The invitation glowed on her phone like a small act of cruelty wrapped in gold foil. She hesitated only a second before sending it. A name from a life she had buried. A man she believed was still poor. She smiled, certain she had already won. She did not know the past had been waiting to arrive. And it was coming.
Welcome to KollyGlyn, where the stories survive. Folk tales, ancient walls, keeping history alive. From the past to the now, hear the echoes ring. Every story has power.
She grew up where poverty clung like red dust to bare feet. Hunger shaped her ambitions early. Love she learned was a luxury for people who could afford mistakes. When opportunity came, she chose survival over loyalty. And left one man behind, watching her walk away. He never followed. That hurt her more. He was gentle, poor, and painfully hopeful. He spoke of future farms, businesses, slow success. She wanted speed. She wanted shine. When she left him, she told herself he would never rise. That belief became her comfort. She did not check if it was still true. Her groom was visible success, the cars, the suits, the applause. He spoke loudly and laughed at the poor. He promised her security and not tenderness. She convinced herself that was enough. The wedding would seal her victory over the past. Or so she thought. She told herself it was kindness. Closure. But deep down, it was proof. Proof she had escaped poverty. Proof she was no longer that girl. She imagined his envy as her reward. She pressed send with a steady hand. He read the invitation twice. Smiled once. Then locked his phone and returned to work. He did not curse her. He did not celebrate. He simply said, interesting. And began preparing quietly. The village buzzed. Her wedding would be talked about for years. Money flowed like water. Guests rehearsed envy in advance. She practiced humility in the mirror, knowing pride lived underneath. And somewhere, her past was moving closer. Her groom mocked poor guests openly. Let them see how far we are, he said. She laughed uneasily. A shadow crossed her mind. What if the ex embarrassed her? She dismissed the thought. Cars lined the dusty road. Music thundered. She stood glowing, elevated above her past. Then a modest vehicle stopped at the gate. No convoy. No noise. Only quiet confidence stepping out. He wore simple clothes. Clean. Well-fitted. And remarkable. She relaxed instantly. Relief tasted sweet. He is still small, she thought. She smiled too soon. Elders stood. Businessmen nodded respectfully. Whispers followed him like wind. She noticed. Confusion crept in. Why did important men lower their voices around him? Her heart skipped once. He was guided, not asked, to sit near the front. Closer than some relatives. Closer than sponsors. She frowned. Her groom noticed and laughed it off. But laughter could not erase unease. The groom joked about poor guests. Laughter followed, except from one table. Her ex did not smile. He did not react. The silence was louder than anger. The groom felt it too. Memories returned uninvited. How he once shared his last meal. How he planned patiently. How she mocked his pace. She shifted in her seat. Something didn't add up. The MC called for a surprise speech from our special guest. Her ex's name echoed. The crowd hushed instantly. She stiffened. Her groom frowned. This was not planned. He stood calmly. No microphone rush. No need for applause. He looked around slowly, then at her. Not with bitterness. With clarity. The room leaned forward. I almost didn't come, he said. Gasps followed. Her pulse raced. He paused deliberately, letting the silence teach patience. He had learned that well. He spoke of humble beginnings, of patience mocked, of quiet investments, of waiting seasons. People began connecting invisible dots. Her groom shifted uncomfortably. He mentioned companies, if known ones. Banks straightened. Investors whispered. Her groom's smile faded. She felt cold. This was no coincidence. I own them, he said softly. Silence collapsed the room. Eyes widened. Breath stalled. Her groom froze completely. Reality arrived without mercy. He thanked her for leaving, for teaching him hunger sharpens focus, for freeing him from urgency. She wanted the ground to open. It didn't. The groom laughed too loudly, then asked questions he shouldn't have. Numbers followed. Assets confirmed. Sponsors turned. Power shifted visibly. Her chest tightened. She remembered the invitation. Why she sent it. What she hoped to prove. The mirror shattered. She had misjudged him. Their eyes met. No triumph in his gaze. Only calm acceptance. That hurt more than revenge ever could. She swallowed regret whole. He offered a wedding gift. Not money. A partnership publicly. The groom hesitated. Accepting meant admitting inferiority. Pride won. He declined rudely. The crowd murmured. Respect evaporated. She closed her eyes. This was unraveling fast. Phones vibrated. Deals dissolved. Supporters withdrew. Her groom's empire trembled. The wedding became a warning. Love or status. Past or present. She realized too late she chose symbols over substance. And symbols collapse easily. Her ex sat back down. Speech finished. Impact complete. He had not come to destroy. Truth had done that for him. Backstage, anger erupted. Accusations flew. She stood silent, seeing him clearly for the first time. This was the man she chose. Music stopped. Guests waited. Time stretched. A decision hovered. She felt the weight of her life. She approached her ex, voice shaking. Did you ever stop loving me? He looked at her carefully. Truth requires courage. I stopped needing you, he said. The words cut clean. Not cruel. Just honest. That was worse. She returned to the altar. Looked at her groom. Then at the crowd. And shocked everyone. She removed the ring. Silence exploded. Gasps filled the air. Pride had lost its grip. Freedom felt terrifying. The groom stormed off. Guests dispersed. Stories ignited. Legends formed instantly. Her life reset publicly. Later, she found him alone. Apologized without excuses. No expectations. That mattered. He offered guidance, not romance. Grow fast, he said. She nodded, tears falling. Some doors closed kindly. She rebuilt slowly. Humbly. Learning value beyond appearances. The lesson stayed. He remained wealthy, but invisible. Helping quietly. Letting results speak. True power whispers. Years later, they met again. Both changed. Both grounded. This time, no illusions. They smiled. Walked separate paths. Peace intact. Growth had replaced regret. The story lived on. Retold with warnings. Pride invites humiliation. She had invited him to prove success. Instead, he proved character. That truth never fades. His empire collapsed fully. Arrogance left no allies. Money without humility burns fast. She found purpose. Not applause. Not envy. Peace paid better. Was he wrong to attend? Was she cruel to invite? Debate never ended. Never measure success by noise. Never confuse speed with progress. And never mock patience. Poverty is not shame. Pride is. That lesson cost her everything. Silence can be strategy. Humility can hide giants. Power doesn't announce itself. The story spreads. Across weddings. Across villages. Across generations. As a warning. The invitation meant to humiliate it ended up educating. Life loves balance. Only lessons. Only growth. That's the real ending. If she hadn't invited him, would she have married wrong? Fate waits for mistakes. She never sent another message. But gratitude lived quietly. Some apologies are lived. He never bragged. Never returned. Closure doesn't need witnesses. An empty wedding chair. A full lesson. That contrast stayed. What would you have done? Invited him. Ignored him. Be honest. Pride or humility? Which builds longer? The story asks you. One message. One assumption. One collapse. Life needs no villains. Never invite someone to prove you're better. Invite them because you are. Everything else backfires. Was she wrong or brave? Was he kind or calculating? Did pride deserve punishment? Comment your opinion below. Would you have sent the invitation? And if you were him, would you have attended? Stories live longer when we argue about them.
This is KollyGlyn, where the voices remain from forgotten.
The past is talking. Are you listening?